Hello.
There you go. We
Hey.
hear you.
Yay.
And we're live.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How
Good.
are you?
What's up, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
We're very good, and
Good, good.
very excited to have you on our podcast.
Thank you very much for the invitation, guys. I'm
Yeah.
very excited too.
Very
Awesome,
nice.
awesome. If you want, for all those people that are listening, kind of introduce yourself. Well, introduce yourself and let us know where you're coming from, what you've done, who you are, what you're doing, how your life involves around travel, and some of your experiences and stuff.
Sure. Well, my name is Matias Santelices. I'm 32 years old. I'm from Chile, and I moved here to LA about 2 years ago. And right now I'm working on events, like um big events, as a server, as a bartender, and it's a dynamic work. That's what I like, and that's it. Like, pretty much, I love to travel. This is a travel podcast, and all my life I've been surrounded by travelers people. All my family always travel.
Yeah,
Every year we try to have like a family travel to a new country.
I've seen that.
and
Just recently,
and
your family came from Chile to Florida, and you met up with them, right?
ex- exactly, I flew to Florida. We travel all over Florida. I drove. We love to drove. Like, every time we travel, that's one of our main things to do, like to drive and just to know new places, you
Road trips are the
know.
best. You get to see
Yeah,
more when you're in the car.
exactly. Road trips for us are the best. And also it gives you like a freedom, so
Mhm.
you can just grab the car and go where you want to do whatever you want to do, where you want to go. It's
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
easy. It's so,
You said your
so
family, so like it's a tradition, like you guys travel with each other very often. When did you
yeah.
start? Like how young were you when you first started?
Well, I my first travel by myself, I was 8 years old,
Oh
and
wow.
I travel on my own, just by myself, to Paraguay. I have
Oh,
family over there, my cousins from my mom's side. So that was my first experience with travel. I
nice.
was traveling alone by myself, so it was everything new.
What a
and
challenge.
in, exactly, and that was my first airplane ticket that I took, my
Yeah.
first airplane travel. So for me, it was, oh my god, I want to do this
Forever.
every time.
You're
Now,
so
I
lucky.
I love to do this.
now
Ah,
go ahead. Sorry.
please.
So I
Oh
don't have a
no,
lot of
I
friends.
I love to do this, and with my family, it's like, hey guys, we can do this every year. We can go to different places. Why we don't do it?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're
So
so
Exactly.
blessed. That's amazing. I didn't start
yeah,
traveling till 22. So the fact that you were 8 is amazing
Yeah.
because I think I would have cried alone in an airplane at 8 o'clock, like 8. No, wait.
So I don't have a lot of friends from Chile. You're actually one of my very first few friends. Um, and I
yeah.
really wanted to jump on this podcast with you and talk about Chile and what the style is like out there, and see what kind of advice or knowledge or information you can
For tourism.
yeah,
Yeah.
for tourism that you can offer to
Sure.
that are going out there.
Well, Chile is one of the most beautiful country to do, to travel. Chile is a long and thin country. So in the north of Chile, we have like high temperatures. It's really hot. Then you have like center Chile, that it's where is Santiago, where I come from, and it's so nice because in around like 2 hours away you have snow,
Oh, wow.
and then you can go to the beach.
So
You
like
have Viña
California.
del It's pretty much like California. You just go
Wow.
here, I don't know, to Lake Tahoe, Big Bear, over there is like the same. You have Santiago, that's in the middle of a valley. It's like
Yeah.
in here.
Beautiful.
And then you pass the mountains and you just go to the coast. And Chile, it's all coast. It's all beach, you know?
What do you do for fun out there? What's your favorite thing to do? What do you like?
Well, well, it's really fun to do in Chile. Well, the water in Chile is really nice to swim.
Is it warm? Or are you Pacific?
It's it's not warm. It's a little bit warmer than here. Here the water is so
Freezing,
cold.
yeah.
Like every time I touch the water, I'm freezing.
Yeah, yeah.
But in Chile, in the north of Chile, you can actually like swim because the water is like, oh, it's warm, it's not that cold.
Yeah,
And that's also one of the main attractions for tourists, you know.
got it. So it's like water
Tourists,
sports and stuff.
water sports, we have a lot of, and also, well, one of the main things that Chile has is the food. Like,
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Yeah, tell me.
yeah,
I want to hear all about
their
it.
their food is like really really typical. It's really famous. Well, Chilean wine is one of the best in the world. So also it's a big point of attraction for tourists to go there and just do vineyard trips. So you can
Beautiful.
like go around the vineyards.
If Jackie and I were to go out there, what's a good thing to eat? What's something that's unique about Chilean food?
Well, it depends obviously in what time of the year you go
Okay.
there.
Makes sense.
But in winter, mostly the soups we have, they're amazing. Like we do soups with seafood. We love to mix seafood and other
Nice.
types of food. So yeah, in Chile, well, the seafood is one of the most like main topics
Yeah.
and food that you need to try over there.
And like you said, it's by the coast, so everybody's fishing. I'm sure it's fresh, good
Exactly.
quality.
Like it's super fresh. You can actually see the guys, the fishermen, when they take the fish out, and then you say, "Okay, I want that fish."
Oh, wow.
Nice, nice.
It's a whole
So
experience.
it's a whole experience. Yeah, yeah. In the south of Chile, it's more, well, it's more cold over there. So all the traditions in the south of Chile are like family tradition. Everyone likes to gather all together.
Yeah.
They do a thing that's called curanto. That's one of the main dishes that the south of Chile has, and it's like a hole in the earth, in the dirt. They put over there like hot stones.
Oh, wow.
Over that they put leaves, and over that they put everything: seafood, chicken, steak.
So it's like a
And
fresh
over
grill.
exactly, and over that they cover everything with also other leaves, so everything like it cooks really slow, but
Wow.
with the nature, with the flavor of the earth, the stones,
Oh my God, that
the
sounds
leaves.
incredible.
Yeah, sounds great.
What is it called again?
It's
Can you tell me the name?
curanto.
Curanto.
Coranto.
Okay. Wow.
Curanto,
That's
curanto.
Italian. That's
Can we do that here, Matias? Maybe you can make that happen here in LA somewhere. You think we can?
Well, we can try to do a curanto not in the earth, like just use a pan.
Yeah.
But of course it's gonna have a different flavor, because that's the thing, the flavor that gives you the earth, that
Right. Right.
you know, everything that comes from earth.
And
But
Chile, you said it goes further south, like to Devil's Peak, right? Like not far from Antarctica. You're all the way down, right?
well, Antarctica, there is a part that it's Chilean, but that it's like a part of the continent. You need to
Got it.
take a boat or a plane if you want to go to
Yeah.
Antarctica. But Chile goes from Arica, like really north, like right at north, we do limit with Peru and Bolivia.
Oh, wow, that's far up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just go all the way down, down, down until Patagonia, the last thing, Hernando de Magallanes.
Beautiful.
And that's when Chile ends. and it's also the ends with Argentina. So we are
Okay.
right on the limit,
You're bordering it.
right? Yeah, boarding. Well, all over all our limits, yeah, are with Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Where-
on our right side we have Argentina, and in our left side we have the ocean.
Beautiful. Have you considered going to Patagonia? Have you gone further south to that area?
I've never been to Patagonia because for Chilean, rarely it's more expensive to travel
Oh,
inside Chile than to go outside.
Mm.
Tra-
interesting.
so that's why we always travel outside,
I
you know,
see. You would think
because
it's the other way around. Like, why is it
it's
more expensive? Huh.
it's I don't know, it's so weird. Also, the food, the seafood is more expensive there than here, and
Hmm.
we are producers. It's
Yeah,
because all our products, they export everything
I see.
to other countries. So the things that stays in Chile are a little bit more expensive.
Got it.
So for us, the people who live in Chile, it's more expensive to travel
Mhm.
around Chile. That it's weird,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
but that also gives to people from all over the world come to Chile and just explore that, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it lets you adventure outside of the country as
E-
well because of that
Exactly,
limit. Yeah,
exactly,
that's
exactly.
beautiful.
One of the advice that I've always give to people when they go to Chile, try to go on a group with friends.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, because you're gonna have really like a blast if you are going with friends. Because alone, you have things to do, but if you don't speak a word of Spanish, it's gonna be
Long trip.
difficult, you know?
Oh
Is
It's
no.
gonna be, yeah, because people over there, they don't speak English. It's
yeah,
not the culture to learn English. So if you are going there, try, guys, please,
yeah,
to go with a friend who
Right.
knows a little bit of Spanish,
Yeah.
yeah,
because you can get scammed. That's also, and that's what happened with South America,
Yeah.
yeah.
sadly. But in a lot
Unfortunately.
of countries, you can get scammed because people don't know.
Hmm.
So I don't know, if you need to go from the airport to your hotel, maybe it's a rate, but this guy can charge you three times the rate,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
yeah, yeah.
know?
Of course.
That's
So
what mostly happens.
you need a translator all the time.
Well, the advice is try to go with someone who knows a little bit of Spanish,
Mhm.
because they can tell, okay, these guys, they don't know Spanish, so this
Yeah,
is
they're a
our
little shady.
moment to exactly to get more profit from them.
Thankfully, we know a little bit of Spanish. She knows a lot of
Yeah,
Spanish.
that's a huge plus to know both language.
Yeah.
That also helps, and that's one of the main things why I like to travel, to learn the language, you know. There's so
Where
many.
would you say is your next like adventure? Anything cool or like a trip that's coming up that you're looking forward to this year?
Well, I travel all over South America. I've been in almost every country in South America,
Oh my God, how many
but
is
I
that? 7?
no, it's like, I've never been in Ecuador and Venezuela, but I
Mhm.
know all the other countries: Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina.
Awesome.
It's beautiful. Colombia, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti. But I've never been out the continent like America. So my next travel, I hope, I wanted to go to Europe or maybe Asia,
Wow.
because I've never been out
Yeah.
the America continent.
But where
So
you've been in South America is incredible. I mean, Brazil has so much to offer.
Brazil is
Argentina.
beautiful.
Wow.
Argentina, it's beautiful. Well, the countries in Central America also, they're really, really, like Dominican Republic,
Mhm.
Cuba. Those are countries that you see, oh my God, why they don't take more advantage of these
Yeah.
countries, because they're so beautiful. They have really good food. The people is so nice, so friendly. It's
Right. It's
like
almost like it's
come
underrated. People don't
y-
understand how much there is to see. I think you're
ex,
so
ex,
blessed to be able to do that and travel among all of those areas. So that's great.
exactly. And also for us, well, now that we live here in the States, it's so convenient because the money exchange for us is like it's good for us. It's so cheap
Oh,
Right.
to
okay.
go there. It's
Yeah.
really cheap. Yes. So if you guys have the opportunity to go, please grab your luggage and just
We'll call you. Yeah, we're going, Matias. Let's go.
yeah, and please take the advantage because it's so fun. You can meet so nice people, and of course, to new places. That's what travelers like to do.
Yeah.
That's we
Is it,
we
is there a good nightlife spot in Chile? Where's a very popular place for nightlife?
well
Bars and seeing
nightlife
cars,
nightlife
nightclubs and
you
stuff.
have nightlife everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about Chile. They like to party,
The,
so
the,
everywhere you go, you're gonna have fun at night.
the best city, the
uh,
best city.
well, I'm
Santiago.
from Santiago. That's the
Yeah.
main capital, and of course the biggest.
Mhm.
So in Santiago you have everything. Like there are some neighborhoods especially for people who likes to party.
Cool.
Nice.
So there are full like restaurants, like museums. You have
Nice.
so many things to do. Like the shopping malls also are so beautiful over there. So you
I
can
feel like the
spend
culture
a
is
whole
very
day. Yeah.
inviting. Everybody's like very homey. Every Chilean I met is either in marketing or some kind of business. And they're like, Jackie,
Yeah.
marketing's huge. Like we like that. We want to engage with people. It's an industry that we've, thrived in very well. And I think it speaks true to your personality. Because the minute I met you, I'm like, I come. Like it's just it's comfortable. You know what I mean? Like there's a humbleness about the culture.
Yes. And also in the past, I don't know, 10, 15 years in Chile, it's been uh, growing this new culture about traveling.
Mhm.
Because in the past it was for people who have money because it was
Mhm.
expensive, but now you have so many options, you
Yeah.
have different prices, you have it's now so accessible to everybody,
Yeah.
so now people is actually traveling.
It's a good thing you brought that up because there are a lot of people that don't have money, but they still find ways to travel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a lifestyle for a lot of people. Budgeting,
Exactly.
budget backpacking. So
Well, some of them you just hop on their car and they just go and non-stop.
yeah,
Nice. You
I
carpool.
I I well, one of my biggest travel I did was with my family, and we drove from Chile to Paraguay. So we went through Argentina, Brazil,
Oh,
Paraguay, and
wow.
all that road trip.
Nice.
Those are the best one because you can like, oh, I want to stop here and have lunch. Oh, I want to stop here and I don't know, take a nap. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Yeah.
you
So
you
you're
have the
like the
freedom.
wanderer. Yeah, like you guys kind of land where you need to.
Exactly.
That's good.
But always before have like a plan, okay, today we're gonna stop in here. We're gonna do this.
An agenda.
You know,
Yeah.
the agenda. That's main important to travel because with that you know how to play with your times.
Right,
You
right.
know, you know how to organize your time
Yeah, having like a
and if
general direction of like what to
exact
expect. Nice.
exactly and sometimes you have like you are around people I don't want to do this, okay, we're going to do this, you can do this, you know,
Yeah, go your way.
just just have the freedom. Exactly.
Question for you. Because
Yes.
you've traveled so much, I think you've been exposed to a lot of Latin America, and every country has its own kind of like what they're known for. What do you think that's created for your life? Like what impact has that created that's helped you grow, or do you feel is necessary for one that travels?
Well, I think every country, of course, is different, and every country has their own culture.
Mhm.
So that's also one of the things that I love about traveling, because you knew their culture. It's everything different,
Mhm.
and also it helps you how to treat with different kind of people.
Right,
So
right,
that also helps you to grow as a person, because
right.
you say, okay, in this country they don't do things like this, they do like that. So
Yeah,
you
you're
just learn.
open-minded.
Exactly, you just learn, and you just try to blend with them, like to be more of, I don't know, if you are in Brazil, and I don't know, they love in Brazil, they love to go barefoot on the street.
Oh, wow.
it, that's weird because of the hot. It's really
Right.
hot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they go barefoot in every, I don't know, every two corners. You have somebody who is throwing water because it's hot, you know?
Wow.
So you just,
But it's
you just,
common.
you just can go with your flip flops, your shorts, a shirt, and that's it.
I feel
So
like you're very
those are,
embracing of it. Like you've embraced
those,
the differences.
those are things you learn while you are traveling.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Like, I don't know, I think that's one of the things that I love, and what I like to travel is to know different cultures. I'm very interested in different language. I love to learn different language. So that also like helped me to understand how they speak,
The
everything.
manners, the
Like the
mood. Yeah.
the day to day gives you the experience.
How many
Like, if,
languages would you like to know? Like, are you obviously know two. Do any other?
well, I know Spanish, English. I can understand a lot of Portuguese.
Okay.
I can defend myself a little bit. I
Nice.
can speak fluently, but I can communicate.
That's good.
And of course there are so many different languages, like, I don't know, in Europe, in Asia, you have, in every country is a different language,
Yeah.
pretty much. So there
But
is a
Portuguese is
lot.
beautiful, and being that
Portuguese is
Chile is so
Portuguese is
nearby, it makes
beautiful.
sense.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
also it's true. And Italian, I would love
Yes.
to learn Italian. Part
Hmm.
of my family is from Italy, so
Oh, wow.
I will also.
It's in your roots.
It's in my roots. Yeah, thank God, I have facilities to learn different language. So for me, it's like I'm just like a sponge. I just
Yeah.
absorb.
Your personality is very embracing of that. Here in the
Thank you.
US, now that you're here 2 years, is there anything that kind of moves you about traveling in within the States? Because we're known for road trips, right? People go to
Exactly.
New York, they go to Texas. Is that something that you've like tried to already experience, or something that you're considering?
I well, I've done a couple of road trips in here,
Mhm.
with my family and with friends. I remember the last road trip I did was I drove from Miami to Houston,
Oh,
Texas.
wow. That's a long one.
So yeah, it was a long one. We stopped in different cities, Orlando, Panama City. But of course, I would love to. Well, I live in LA, but I've never been in the West Coast.
Okay.
Right.
So like
So
further up, you mean, or like
I need to.
You
I've
mean the
never
East
been in
Coast? The East Coast?
East Coast. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I've never
okay.
been. Sorry, I've never been in the East Coast, like New
So
York, Manhattan. So it's one of the my next things to do, and
Yeah.
nice.
hopefully
I
doing
think
like
you
a
should
road trip.
totally, you should drive there 100%.
Yeah,
Like
definitely. Like
I love
rent an
that.
RV or
Yeah, exactly.
whatever.
We were mentioning that because the US is notorious for that. Take Route 66, get an RV, stop at like really cool historical landmarks, and you get to just venture off and not really have to worry about
It's
Yeah.
time.
exactly. And
Jackie's
this
been all over the states here.
Yeah, I'm the
nice.
opposite of you. I've never gone to Latin America, but I've been to like 17 states here. And when
Nice.
it started, I didn't have much funds to be able to fly. So I'd go to like Albuquerque, Texas, Chicago. So I think that's cool that you're starting off that way. Because you do get grounded, right? You feel things a little differently versus having to fly
Exactly.
everywhere. And you meet people that are like homey. It's a different vibe. It definitely gives you that, like, I don't know, humble experience that is needed.
Definitely. And also one of the things in here in the States, you have the culture of road trip.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can stop on any gas station. If you have
Yeah.
an RV, you can, I don't know, dump all your whatever you need to dump.
Yeah.
You have the culture in here. And that's
Yeah.
one of the things that travelers most take advantage because they
For
give
sure.
us the tools to do it, so we just need to like being like take the decision and okay, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah. And even if it's like a 3 hour, drive to Nevada, you want to go down to
Exactly.
Mexico, we're so blessed to have the convenience of everything being around us in LA. So I hope that you
Definitely.
explore more out
And
here.
also it's beautiful, like I've done a couple road trips in here and some of the roads are like
Amazing.
stunning, like
Yeah.
yeah, they're amazing, like so beautiful. So if people
Any
who is listening, please, guys, do it.
get out there.
Have you been to Vegas already?
Sorry?
Have you been to Las Vegas?
Yes, I've been twice.
Twice.
Twice in Vegas. My first time was with friends, so also was a different experience because
Yeah.
Vegas.
I
Yeah.
went there only to party. That was pretty
Of course, of
much
course.
You're at a
for
great age.
3 4 days. I was just partying with them, and yeah, it's so fun. Like you have so many options to do.
Yeah,
And if you have a good group with you, that's gonna make the difference
of course.
because always like to enjoy with others. I for me, I don't like to travel by myself. There are some people who love to travel alone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but for me, I like to share those experience with
Same here.
others. So
Yeah.
so if I can travel with more people, that's better, because we are all sharing the same moment or
Have
the
you
same
gone to like
experience.
hostels if you go somewhere by yourself to get that experience where you meet other people like you that don't want to do it alone? Have you considered that?
Well, what my second trip to here to the state, I did it by myself.
Mhm.
I I was in that moment I was studying on college in Chile.
Okay.
I was studying business and management, and when I was on vacation, I did this thing that's called work and travel. So
Hmm.
you can travel and work at the same time.
I've heard about
Nice.
that.
And I flew here and I work in Lake Tahoe.
Oh,
I work
beautiful.
for the whole season, the whole
Wow.
winter. I work on a ski resort,
Wow.
and
Okay.
that was actually my first travel by myself, like being grown.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I had to,
You figured it out.
be exactly take care of my finances, everything. It
Yeah.
was just me,
Wow.
and that also all
That's a good
like
start though. Tahoe is, I mean, the lake is beautiful. It's very small,
beautiful.
the mountains. I'm very familiar. I love that area.
Exactly, and also when you well, in my case, I went to travel, so I went to work on the ski resort, and everybody was there for the same reason.
Yeah.
So it was like, hey guys, have you ever been in Vegas? No, okay, let's go.
Nice.
That's how it was. Actually, that's how it was. Like
Yeah, similar
uh,
interests. Did you
similar
try
interest.
skiing out there? Did you do any
I,
snowboarding?
I I learned snowboarding over there. I love it. In
Cool.
Chile also we have a lot of snow, but it's so expensive for us.
Yeah. Wow.
But
That's something I
but
didn't know. I think you
y-
telling us about that, to me, it's I think it's unfortunate because you're of that country. So why are they not letting you guys experience that?
It
It
is
kind of
because
baffles me. Yeah.
it's really close from Santiago, from the main capital. You just have to drive 1 hour, 1 hour and a half,
Super
and
close.
you are there in the mountains, full of snow, right in the frontier with Argentina, actually.
Mhm.
But to get there, it's they every time they do it like harder for us to go there.
Yeah.
Put, I don't know, you have to pay more, everything is getting expensive,
Wow, that's crazy.
and you think like, why?
Yeah, you're a
So
resident.
that's actually made for tourists,
Got
because
it.
tourists
Got
can
it.
pay that.
That's what they want to attract.
That's what
Interesting.
they want,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
So it's sad. There is a lot of people who don't know the ocean in Chile, and they have ocean just there, you know?
Wow.
It's
Wow.
just the culture. Some of them, they're happy with what they have. They don't want to learn about new places
Right.
or new things. But that's also one of the things that makes me leave Chile,
Got it.
because for us, everything was getting harder,
Right.
was difficult, more difficult.
Mhm.
And it's supposed to be otherwise. It's been like easier for us to travel all over
Yeah.
Chile.
I was going to say, I wanted to go to Ecuador, and they're like, if you're a resident, you can go to the Galapagos for like half. I'm like, oh, that's
Exactly.
great.
It's
How
like
it
this.
should be.
It's like the same in Peru. If you want to go to Machu Picchu and you are Peruvian, it's cheaper, it's easier to
Yeah.
go. It's sadly,
I'm sure
well,
there's a lot of politics, the system
yeah,
on how that
yeah,
goes.
that's
Yeah.
one of the things that I hate to talk about politics, because
Yeah.
I hate politics.
Yeah.
But I think, like, in the past 20, 15 years, like, the people is not choosing the right person who can run the country.
Right.
So
Well, I'm glad you're
sadly, when
here and that you're exploring this because it should be
exactly,
exactly that. And you're blessed to be
exactly.
able to have that opportunity. It's
So moving forward, you're planning on staying in North America.
Sorry,
Moving forward, now that you're in California, you plan on staying here, right? Not going back to Chile?
yeah, I'm definitely going to stay here. Yeah, I love the States. You have like, I also right now I'm loving my job, because, well, Anthony also can,
Relate.
give some information, relate with what we do, because we have our
Events.
events, we have our freedom in our schedule.
Yeah.
So we can actually, if I want to travel for 3 weeks or a month, I can just say, hey, I'm not gonna be available, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's super
travel, and
flexible.
that's it.
Hmm.
You don't have to, like, talk with your boss. Oh, hey, boss, I need some vacation. No, you just set your. So that also give us a freedom to
Around.
where to go. Yeah, to travel, to
So for everyone
explore.
listening, for those that want to look you up on social media and follow your journey, what is your name on social media?
How can we find you?
Well, I'm Matias Santelices, but my name on Instagram is elmatiasante. Yeah, I
That stand for?
pretty well. That stands for my name and last name.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Uh,
well, that sounds
el
cool. What is that?
el Matizante. Yeah, that's me, just me. And over there, yeah, in my profile, I have a lot of pictures of my travels, a lot
Good.
of experience.
Nice. We look forward to following your journey and seeing how you explore California, the US, all over road
Exactly.
trips. And it's been
Definitely,
a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for letting us into your world. And hopefully we can all plan a trip together and, road trip
definitely,
somewhere in the near future. Yeah.
Exactly.
exactly. Thank
All right,
you
Matias.
guys for the invitation, and it was a pleasure to talk with you guys.
Thank you. Such a
And
pleasure.
I
Thank you.
hope to see you soon, guys. Well,
Yes.
Of course, bro.
Anthony, I'm gonna see you soon.
Sooner than later.
Have
Sooner
a
than
good
later.
one. Thank
Okay,
you.
guys, have a good one.
Bye.
Later, brother.